Good morning, Bob. Yeah, he's always here just for the attention, aren't you? Wow. Good morning, Rhonda. Good morning, Janine. Yeah, you can tell this is like his favorite thing ever. Good morning, Connie. Good morning, Victoria. There's Tracy. I'm sure he's not staring at me. He's probably looking at Bite, wondering who's that sexy cat, huh? Bite is old enough to drive. You'll be 17 in about 6 months, aren't you? You're an old man. Okay, that's enough. So rub your face raw. Yeah, he's my buddy. Yeah, he can still show his butt for the best of them. Thanks. I'm glad you liked the Uncle Jesse vlog, the original Uncle Jesse. Like I said, it was really surprising that I even realized that that was as close as it was. It was a surprise to find out it was in Texas, and it's like, well, that's actually driving distance because it could be in Texas and still be a 2-day drive to get there. Well, everything I read said it was unmarked because that was what his family requested. I don't know why, they would make a decision to, put him in an unmarked grave because of his celebrity status. I mean, it's not like they want to hide his grave or anything, because you can, every story you read about his death and everything, it says where he is. In fact, you go on Google Maps and look at the cemetery, and right in the middle of it, somebody's put a marker down that says, uh, that it's his grave, Denver Pyle's grave. No, I haven't seen that one. Did I make a cameo in that one? That was the one where he was talking about the celebrity who was the most influence on him. Just by looking at the pictures on the cover picture, the thumbnail image, I would guess it would be Joey Coco Diaz because he was great friends with Joey for a long time. They hung out a lot, and no, I haven't been recognized on the billboard. It was Joey Coco Diaz. Doesn't surprise me because everyone else on that list, everyone else on that list, I looked at it, it's like, okay, yeah, I know he's met that guy, and Rick, Rick served us drinks when we went to the Pawn Stars. You're saying it was Rick from Pawn Stars? Wow, I'm gonna have to go watch that one because that surprises me. Hmm, interesting. It's been a long time since I've been on one of Jordan's vlogs. Joey is a comedian. He had well, yeah, I think he might still have a podcast or something he does, and that was so the reason I chose that is because that was largely what got Jordan into vlogging. Because originally, I don't know if he's ever said this, but for about 5 minutes there, he was thinking about doing a podcast, and I think that was largely inspired by Joey, and then it ultimately went on to doing vlogging. Yeah, we went into the pawn shop itself, and Rick wasn't there either. But we heard somebody saying that Rick had bought a bar that was like across the parking lot from it, and that he was going to be there with Lou Ferrigno that night because I guess Lou was coming in to sell Rick a whole bunch of like Incredible Hulk memorabilia, and then Lou and Rick were at the bar, and that was where I met Lou. I think I got a picture of that. Jordan took a picture of it for me here. Let's see if I can find it. Probably on my Facebook page here. Let's try that. I bet you I had it as a profile picture at one point. Yeah, there it is. That was me and Lou Ferrigno at the bar. That was me doing my best Incredible Hulk face. I was hoping he'd do that too. That's interesting. I'll have to go watch that vlog now because that kind of surprises me because to my knowledge, you know, the only time he's ever crossed paths with Rick was when Rick was serving drinks that night. I think that was the time we went to Las Vegas to celebrate Jaw's birthday. I think that was like Jaw's third birthday or something like that. Oh yeah, Incredible Hulk. That was must see television every week. I love that show. So it was really cool to be able to see to meet him. My dad was into it too, so I sent him that picture immediately. He's like, guess who I just met? Yeah, it's a blue solo cup today, Charlotte. All the normal drinking glasses are in the dishwasher. I just don't want you to see how much vodka I'm drinking. Got to do the dishes every once in a while, especially now they got the dishwasher working again. How's mom? Let's check here. I saw there was a text, as there usually is. Come on, open up. They're expecting some rain there. She's hoping to go home at the end of next week, so that's good news. She's been waiting for that. She says she hopes I'm settling into my new job. Love to Charlotte and Logan and everybody. The rest of you aren't excluded. She loves you too, and that's it. That's how she is. So yeah, looks like she's going home. Mommy always does the dishes, and she can't sit down until the dishes are done. Yeah, I'm exactly the opposite. I wait until I have a dishwasher load, and then we go. Then we go. Then they all go in. So Nana's coming there, huh? All right. Good morning, Breck. You have a small dishwasher. Is it named Rhonda? Oh yeah, that's a drag. You pull out the lawnmower, it doesn't work. What's especially a drag is what happened when I lost that fuel shutoff valve on mine a couple months ago. I was right in the middle of doing the lawn and it died on me, and so I had a lawn that was like half done. Thank you, Tracy. I'm sure my mom appreciates that. She's ready to be home because she's been in that place now for more than a month. She's just gonna have to be a little bit more careful now about walking around and stuff like that. She can't do that as much. You have a dishwasher, your wife. Don't let her hear you say that. Yeah, yeah, it has been too long. And Bites here again, seeking out attention. And kitty treats. Oops, dropped that one. That was my fault, buddy. That was your fault, though. You dropped that one. Is that it? You got what you want? Now you're gonna go back to your room? Is that how it's gonna be? Okay. I think she'll probably just keep the old one. The old one seems to work fine for her. I got it running right now. It's working perfectly. It's amazing what getting a piece of glass out of the impeller will do. I'm actually kind of lucky because I tried running that thing a couple times with it when it wasn't pumping. I could have really quite literally burned out that pump. In fact, I could hear it pumping the water out right now. So I know it's working. That's a good thing. I love repairs like that because, if I had to replace the pump, it would have been what, 60 or $80. If I sent it out to have it fixed by somebody else, it would have been a couple $100. Turns out it took about an hour and a half or 2 hours of work on my own. I fixed it myself for free and I made a vlog out of it. So I'm actually going to make money on it. How awesome is that? Yeah, it could have been a blockage too. As I said in the video, I thought that was a possibility. It could be a blockage, but I ran water through there. Well, actually, first thing I did is disconnect the drain hose and put a shop vac on it, and I was able to pump all the water out. So that said it wasn't a blockage. At that point, there was still a possibility there was some obstruction in there or something like that, but well, and what you got to do is remember that, except for the computer, which, tells everything what to do, a dishwasher is actually a pretty simple thing. There's just two pumps and some plumbing. There's a circulation pump that pumps the water around in there, and then there's the drain pump. And so, I mean, there's not really a whole bunch that can go wrong in there. All right, Rhonda's hubby, how are you? Glad you're here, even if just for a few minutes. Got to replace the seal on your dishwasher. That shouldn't be a terribly difficult thing to do. But I found sometimes you don't need to replace the seal unless it's cracked or broken or something like that. Sometimes just cleaning the seal off, you sometimes get a little like soap residue on it, and that makes it not seal properly. You clean that off, it might solve your problem. You want to install LED lights, and are they hard to install? The first year I did it on the house, it was because I had to hang the hooks. There's like clips that you can use to clip to the house sometimes. I don't do that. I have little metal hooks that I hang everything on. I think it works better, and I can put them up, take them down every year. And it was a little bit of a hassle the first year because I had to put all those hooks up. But once I got them up, it's a snap to put the lights up now. And it turns out the house is there's like a central gable in the front of the house, and that's kind of the central point of the house running all the way to the side. So, and it turns out right there under that central gable is an electrical outlet. So all I got to do is run an extension cord up to the to that central gable part, and then split the lights off in both directions. And the nice thing about LED lights is they use so little power that you can string them together end to end. And I think you can go like, 15 or 20 end to end without a problem. So what I do, because I have kind of the dangling multicolor lights and then I have the icicle lights. And so I'll take the dangling multicolor lights, run them the entire length of the house to the side, and then I'll put the icicle lights on and run them back. And so, I have that all daisy chain one after another, works great. See, I think we're just talking to Rhonda's multiple personalities. They're talking to each other. I haven't done anything more with the pool, but we'll have to see what happens on that. It's going to depend entirely how much it costs. Right now, I went out there on last Monday to do, um, to figure out what the price was going to be. And they're saying that the new wall is going to be about $1,100. And they say oftentimes when you move the wall, you got to replace the liner because the liner doesn't sit properly when you put it up against the new wall. And so a new liner is about $800. And then I'm going to pay for the labor to have it installed. So it's going to be a bit pricey. That might be what I do with my bonus this year. 7 different personalities. All right. Nice thing about the little Dixie cups or the solo cups is that when I put them in, I usually put my water in the freezer for about 30 minutes before I go in. So there's usually a little thin chunk of ice. Well, when you put it in the Dixie cups, there isn't the you don't have to cool the glass down as much because there is no glass, and so it tends to freeze faster. And so I came out here, I was actually a little concerned that it was going to be so frozen I might have to wait a while, but fortunately it didn't. But it's nice because I'm like, what, we're 23 minutes into the live stream and I still got ice in it, so the water's all nice and cold. I love cold water for drinking, not for swimming in. OCD Rhonda, okay, that's who we're talking to now. And an eighth one for dealing the workers outside of the house. Okay, I got it. Hey, bye. You just laying on the floor over there? Yeah, yeah, exactly, Gene. I'm a wimp when it comes to cold water in the pool. I don't even want to get into the pool until the water gets to about into the mid 80s. I don't know. I haven't decided what's for dinner yet. Well, it's been such a long time since that happened that all that contaminant's got to have gotten pretty deep down. You're having a quiche, huh? All right. I don't know. It might be nice to do a cooking vlog. Cooking vlogs are good on Sundays because I take up half the day doing the live stream, and cooking vlogs are good because you can do them relatively quickly. 8 feet deep, yikes! You got to just have them fill it with water and then get a swimming pool. It's got to be like having a moat, right? So you're well on your way to having a moat. This past week was the first week I actually got to be the lead. They announced it on Wednesday when I started, so everybody knows now. And basically, I even though the guy who's replacing me as material handler isn't trained as a forklift guy yet, um, I've been able to get away with not having to do the forklift job because if there's stuff that I have to do as my position as a lead, then my department takes over and says, "Sorry, you can't do forklift today," and then it gets dumped on the person at night. Now there were a couple points where I could do forklift stuff, and so I did it a few times, but I still managed to leave a whole bunch for the night shift. All right, party at Rhonda's house. We're going for dinner and then a swim in her new moat. I don't know if the election goes belly up, moving to Canada seems like jumping out of the fry pan into the fire. Yeah, I'm with you, John. Jim Jordan would have been great, but we got to start fighting, or this, or because there's no place else to go. How's the Railtown Co-op coming? Well, I actually showed it to you last week on the live stream, and there's been no development since then. Yeah, they all do need to grow up. What a bunch of infants, going there. It's like, we don't like him because he was mean once. It's like, give me a break. You got to be mean sometimes. Democrats don't turn on their speaker because she does something stupid. You talk enough? Meghan Markle. Yeah, that's just what America needs. Another Alexandra Ocasio Cortez clone. I don't think she'll ever make it anywhere. Nobody likes her. She was a third-rate actress, and then she made everyone hate her. So Amazon kept redirecting me back to your page. Yeah, I don't know. It seems to me that if you choose to contribute, that I've never done it personally. I set this one up, and basically, I think you just you know buy it the same way you'd buy anything else on Amazon, and the only difference is it gets shipped to me instead of to you. But I don't know. I never really never send anybody anything off of their Amazon wish list, so I don't really know. She had to give up her citizenship when she married Harry. That's interesting. I didn't know that, but I got to admit, I don't really keep that much track of them. Well, I mean, I can't blame Democrats for doing Democrat things. That's if that's who the people want to elect to represent them is a bartender and an America hater, then you know what, I can't do anything about that. I'd be more interested in taking some of these Republicans that keep voting with the Democrats and voting them off the island. I wish there was a law in the books that says the American people could rise up and say, yeah, you're not in our party anymore, we can't count on you. Unfortunately, Gene, there's a lot of women out there who are like that. I would love to put a nice telescope up there, but I'd feel guilty taking something like that. I mean, unless I got someone who's like a millionaire and wants to do something like that, you know, best of my knowledge, none of you are filthy rich, and so I feel guilty about something like that. I'm trying to keep things nice and inexpensive. Now there was that one exception. Susan Flanagan, said I ought to put this um, put this ice cream maker up, and that she would get it for me. And I did do that. And, we got some good vlogs out of that. And that was a great thing. Yeah, me too, Janine. I'm just filthy. What I was really looking for on there, and I couldn't find it, is Home Depot gift cards. Because that'd be one of those things. If I could just put it in there as like a reoccurring thing, and people could just say, hey, I want to do, $25 or $50 or something like that on a Home Depot gift card. That would be perfect because then that'd just be a reoccurring thing. And I would even say, okay, you can dedicate it to your home improvement, to yard improvement, to woodworking projects or something like that. I thought that would be, but I can't get it. You can't get Home Depot gift cards. You can get a lot of other gift cards on Amazon, but not Home Depot. You can get Lowe's, I think, but I'm not doing Lowe's. They don't get any more of my money. And I'm not gonna let them get any of your money either. When you win the lottery, all right. When you win the lottery, we'll talk. Yeah, right. Lowe's blows. Yeah, that's weird. What's going on there, Gene? You need a shirt that says, or with a leaf blower on it, blowing on the Lowe's sign. Yeah, maybe. No, it's not a competition. We're all old. Hey, Bill, glad you were able to get in. Yeah, sometimes you got to reboot. I'm not seeing any problems on my end, but I don't always either. Just in case you wondered if he was still here. You're surprised the number of people came out for the Haunted Rail tour. Yeah, it's the time for doing that. I guess they're getting good attendance at Silo Screams too. Oh, it's Zoomies time, huh? Yeah, Zoomy time for these guys is when they move from the living room to their bedroom, right? You're past the Zoomies, aren't you? Work is good. This was the first week that I got to actually be lead all week. And they announced it on Wednesday when we went in, so everybody knows now. And got a lot of good training this week. Learned how to do some stuff that got a chance to practice doing some stuff that I need to be able to do. And so it was good. It was a good week. It's gonna be nice making some nice money. That doesn't surprise me that Winchester Mystery House would do something on Halloween. I know when Jordan and I went to Hearst Castle, they had some night tours too. Oh, I've always tried my best to do things to be illegal. You have a church that does a haunted cemetery tour. That's cool. It's funny some of the things that they do at cemeteries. Hollywood Forever Cemetery has all sorts of interesting events that they do. I read recently they had a band come in and do a concert in one of the mausoleums. Of course, a few years ago, I went there with Jordan and we watched Night of the Living Dead on projected onto one of the walls of one of the mausoleums. I love going through old cemeteries. Exactly, perfect movie for a cemetery. Because you remember that movie starts out in a cemetery because it's a lead female character and her brother going up to visit what their mother or grandmother or something like that, and that was where they first encountered the first zombie. I watched it maybe about a year ago. It's a classic, definitely. Night of the Living Dead, the original zombie movie. Yeah, I think I saw the original Tingler movie at one point. Jordan, that's a Vincent Price movie, isn't it? Isn't it? Probably was a pretty low budget movie. Didn't look like they needed really huge budget to do that. I don't think I ever saw that one, Darth. Yeah, Jordan was a big Vincent Price fan. I think he did do a Night of the Living Dead vlog. Did my mom tell you they had an earthquake? They had an earthquake? I didn't hear that. I looked at the earthquake map this morning, but I usually kind of look at Southern California. Let's see what we can see here. It's possible. I don't see any really big ones in California. guess there was a little bit of a one. Let's take a look at this here, see what this is. Kind of between San Francisco and Sacramento. That was a few days ago. Wasn't that big of an earthquake. That's the one I'm looking at. Looks like it happened on the 18th, about 11:30 local time, which would have been about 9:30 in the morning there. 4.2 is pretty decent, but it's not that big of an earthquake. Did anyone hear about the Mars rovers detected the biggest earthquake they've ever detected on Mars? That was mid fours also. It completely changed what they thought about Mars because they thought Mars was a dead planet. But apparently there's still some seismic activity going on there. I don't think I ever saw the Omega Man. There's Jeff. Hey Jeff, how are you, buddy? Getting barbecue. That sounds good. Can't complain about that. Charlton Heston, huh? Okay. I'll have to look through. I wonder where I can see that. Is that on anything? I wonder if that's on anything. Let's ask Google. Where can I watch the Omega Man? Amazon Prime. So yeah, I guess I don't have any of those services. That's why I'm reluctant to just get a whole bunch of services because I don't watch, a whole bunch of things. All I have right now in terms of paid streaming services is Netflix and Paramount Plus. Yeah, I've heard of the Omega Man. I just never saw it. I mean, I was 7 years old in 1971. I'm good, Jeff. How are you? I know you're always good. With zombie-like goons trying to kill Charlton, huh? All right. Tired, huh? Well, after some barbecue, you can go home and have a nice nap. Might give me nightmares. I don't know. It takes a lot to do that. barbecue naps. Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't let Alexa into my house anymore. Oh, anymore. I was wondering, any more Ricks? I don't know who. No, I haven't been, got any rocks recently. I got an issue I got to deal with. I have two big bills every month. I have my electric bill and I have my um, uh, insurance, my auto and home insurance. And unfortunately, both of them drop within a couple of days of each other and takes a big chunk out of my paycheck. And so from time to time, I got to kind of not spend a bunch of money. And we're in the middle of that right now. I tried talking to the insurance company to see if they'd move my bill out a couple of weeks, but they won't do it. So I'm halfway thinking that I may dump them and go with somebody who's a little bit more customer friendly. You know, it sounds to me like what they could do is send me half a bill in 2 weeks and then shift to monthly at that point, but they wouldn't even consider it. And frankly, I've had enough bad experiences with them. I'm kind of over them anyway. Yeah, you'd think they'd be a little bit more accommodating to somebody that's paying them $6,000 a year and not filing any claims. Yeah, well, see, I don't have a mortgage, so a lot of times, if you have a mortgage, the insurance gets put into what they call an impound account, and that all becomes part of the mortgage payment. See, I never had to worry about homeowners insurance at home, when I had the house in California because I was paying a mortgage and it was all part of that. But now I got to deal with the whole thing. Well, maybe not for long for me. I guess I'll find somebody else. Gene saying USAA, I don't know who that is. Never heard of them, but there's got to be another auto insurance, home insurance place in Waco, something that's reputable. Have a good barbecue, Jeff. You okay? I'm not a vet, so if USAA is for service members, then you know that's not going to be the option for me. I went to Boston a number of years ago on a business trip for one of the companies I worked for. I don't know if the 6 degrees of separation would work with insurance. Yeah, I heard that about Victoria's Secret. There's a Victoria's Secret in the mall here, uh, in one of the local malls here, and it was always funny because they started doing like models that were morbidly obese and models that were men. And I kept looking at that. It's like, I would never buy anything there. It makes you look like a man. I've been to Salem too. When I went to Boston, I was going to be there over Halloween, and a friend of mine who knew that I'm really into Halloween suggested that I should go to Salem on Halloween. That place is awesome, and yeah, I would love to go back there again. There's all sorts of great stuff. That'd be a great vlog because there's all sorts of cool museums, and I would spend more time there. There was a cemetery there that I wanted to visit where a lot of the people who were executed for being witches are buried. That would have been great. And uh, the house that inspired the House of Seven Gables is actually there. And I went there and got to do a tour of the house. That'd be a great vlog. Yeah, Salem would be a fun place to visit again, and go to vlog. Might be a little darker than than Jordan might do, although he does some kind of dark stuff too. Oh yeah, the witches. The witches are very out and about and very open and all that in Salem now. I bought this incense burner there. Got a lot of mileage out of it. I also got like a candle holder that's by my front door that I got there. I've still got a black candle in it. You'd be right at home. Is that personality number 9? Well, it's funny you mentioned that, John, because it's been warm for the last couple of days, but apparently there's a possibility of a storm coming in tonight, and we got chances of rain for the next week or so. So we're looking forward to that. Apparently, they're predicting maybe a very wet winter here because I guess there's an El Nino brewing, and that tends to move the jet stream further south, which brings a lot of storms through here. I remember when I was in California, we always liked the El Ninos because we got a lot of winter storms there too. Another kind of itch, huh? I hope we get some snow this year too. Generally, if you get a lot more storms coming through and it gets cold enough, we might get some snow again this year. That's always fun. That's one of the things I like about Texas is we sometimes get a little snow, but it's not like, we freeze solid for 3 months a year. It snows and it's nice for a couple days and then it's gone. The temp right now, I don't know. Let's see, what does a computer say? The computer says it's 78, and it's kind of cloudy and humid out today. I think it's in the 70s and the humidity wise too. I noticed that when I was outside a little bit. I'm with you, Logan. I don't like the smell of smokers either. never let anyone smoke in my house. I never let anyone smoke in my house in California. Never allowed anyone to smoke in my car. Well, I did once, but it was a special case. But yeah, smoke smells horrible. I never liked it. I had a job before I got into the CD world. I used to work at a medical laboratory, and the doctor there was a chain smoker. And, it was just, he had a cigarette in his hand all the time. He'd go through like 4 packs a day. I'm pretty sure he's dead by now. And one of the men needs a bath really bad. Yeah, that's too. That that sucks too. There's Eric. How you doing, buddy? He has food in his beard. Oh, yummy. You want more kitty treats? Is that what it is? Okay, that's it. Because you're fat enough already. Charlotte tells him from the window. That's awesome. Don't ever change, Charlotte. How's Nibble? Nibble's fine. I saw her this morning. She's just doing her thing in her bedroom. And come over here and visit. If the dogs groom, they're upset because they're cold now. You guys won. Congratulations. Leander, Texas, huh? Buy them coats. Yeah, I know. Jordan has a coat harness thing for Jaw. Jaw doesn't like being cold either because he got really short fur. So when it's really cold out, he'll put instead of that normal strap harness, you see, he's got like this coat harness thing. I think Jordan tried shoes on Jaw once, but Jaw wouldn't have anything to do with it. I think in the hopes of maybe, you know, keeping him from burning his feet, but Jaw just wouldn't have anything to do with it. So they let you hold on to the cameras. That's cool. Oh yeah, they got all sorts of stuff for pets. Well, Jaw is like a Chihuahua Jack Russell Terrier kind of mix, and so I would hope that the Jack Russell in him would mean that his energy levels high and all that. But wow, that's some pretty serious hardware there, Eric. That's cool. They trust you with that. That's a big, expensive piece of equipment. From time to time, when I would go to Home Depot when I was babysitting Jaw, I would bring him along. He loved doing that. And I always loved seeing him at Home Depot. I don't think any of them knew they were meeting a celebrity, though. Oh, are we ready for a nap too? Maybe. Oh, Jaw is the ultimate in social. He's just a very social creature. Dogs, people, other animals. He loves them all. Don't yawn on the stream of me. It's contagious. That's good. So I just made you all yawn, huh? Makamoo. I gotta love your pet names. I don't think I've seen John now since we went to the Flaming Lips concert about a year ago. Yeah, Jordan hasn't done a Jaw video in a while. It's more Mukamu. Interesting. Okay. Cockatiels are pretty birds. I had a friend that had some cockatiels when we were kids. I was more into parakeets, but cockatiels are pretty too. All right, one of your videos from school got 2,400 views. That's cool. I used to have aviaries when I was a kid. I think when I was like 12 years old for my 12th birthday, uh, my dad bought me an aviary, and I had parakeets in one side and zebra finches in the other. And then later on, I built a second aviary and had pigeons in that. It'd be fun to have an aviary again, but I don't know how well the birds would do with some of the heat and some of the cold that we're capable of getting here. Larry the Canary. That's awesome. Canaries are pretty birds. The males do. Yes, they do. I'd be too concerned about what the cats would do with the canary. Yeah, finches were fun to have. When your cat saves you from spiders, huh? Oh, that's good. The cat's got a job. There's all sorts of different kinds of finches. I had what they call Australian zebra finches. Let me see if I can find a picture of one. Yeah, they look like that. That was the male. The females were generally a little blander in color. Yeah, see, there's a male and a female. The male had the orange cheeks and the more bright markings. I had a whole bunch of those. Those were fun to have. It was cool. The floor of my aviary was just made out of dirt. So what would happen is when they'd eat, the seeds would end up on the ground. The seeds would grow, sprout, and grow more food. So I actually grew a lot of my own food for them. And you stray brought you a field mouse yesterday, lost his grip on him. Oh, that's no fun. Get a mouse in the house. Of course, the cat won't do anything about it now. It's in the house. It's your problem now. The cat drowns the mice. That's interesting. No, I saw Flash out a little bit. It's warm enough. She's out, but she'll be going down pretty soon. It won't be long until she starts hibernating. Licks them to death, huh? That's weird. Oh, I'm still in the short pants phase. I don't ever really fully get out of that. I'll wear long pants sometimes if I'm out on a hike at night when in the winter. But even I'm one of those people that would, when it was snowing last year, that I would go to the grocery store wearing short pants. Yeah, I'm one of those people. Never run into any ticks here. Biggest thing I got to worry about is like mosquitoes and stuff like that. Those things are, especially after we got some rain this year. The mosquito problem was pretty low earlier in the year, but we had a little bit of rain later this year, and that made all the puddles fill up, and the mosquitoes started popping up about a week after that. And at 4 p.m. yesterday, I was at work. Yeah, I got to just get in the habit of putting like bug spray on or something like that. Yeah, but back to school for you. That's what I like about having a job is that I get 3 or 4 days off a week. In fact, for the next 3 weeks now, I get 4-day weekends because this is my long weekend this week. Next weekend, I took Saturday off. Uh, Not Saturday, I'm sorry, Wednesday off so that I could tear down Halloween. And then the week after that is a long weekend too. So next 3 weeks, I got 3-day weeks and 4-day weekends. I love it. I don't know. Today might be the next cooking vlog. I was thinking that might be something we might do today. I don't know. Do I get extra leave days? No. That's all based on years of service, and I don't think that kicks in until like 10 years. Then I'll start getting more days off. But the truth is, I haven't really done any vacation this year. In fact, um, last couple of weeks we've been on maintenance cycle at work, and so I didn't do full 12-hour days, and actually had a lot of days off as a result, and didn't get full hours. So the boss called me in and said, "So what do you want to do with that? We want to, cash out sick time, vacation time, personal days, floating holidays, that kind of stuff." And he called me in yesterday because yesterday was the last day of this work period, and asked me that question. I said, "Yeah, just get me up to my 36 hours, which is what would have been normal for that week." And um, I looked at the hours, and I had like 20. I still had 28 hours of sick time left and 92 hours of vacation time left. So I don't know. I might have to do some vacations between now and the end of the year. If I don't, I get paid out at the end of the year. So it's nice to get that nice little chunk of cash. I like the smell of Vicks Vapor Rub too. You up on your feet now? That's my buddy. Yes, it is. That's my buddy. What's on your t-shirt that the cats like to suck? Are you a good boy? That's not what I heard. No, you just love the attention. Got a little bit of a hair mat on his back here. I gotta brush out a little bit. Might have to do a little haircut here. Noticed it last night when I was watching TV. I think we got it coming out though a little bit. Yeah, I might have to give you a little bit of a haircut bite. Look at all that fur. Yeah, vacation time would be a good time to do a travel vlog. Maybe just do something local about around Texas. I've been kind of thinking about going down to Houston and visiting Johnson Space Center. I bet you I could find a few days down there and do some good stuff there. Yeah, now I got hair all over my nose. I've never done a Christmas letter actually, but I've been thinking about maybe doing one this year. Got to connect with the family a little bit, just to let them know I'm still alive. Oh, that's right. We usually lose Gene around this time. Have a good church, Gene. No, I've kind of fallen out of interest in the Star Trek. I still like the old ones. Most recent one I watched was Star Trek Enterprise. Didn't watch Picard. Didn't watch Lower Decks. Didn't watch I don't know any of those more recent ones. I think they're starting to get a little silly. I can't imagine that Gene would have ever agreed to any of some of those. But a pirate history, huh? That'd be fun too. Yeah, I've always been kind of interested in astronomy and space and stuff like that. So visiting Johnson Space Center would be fun. I think I remember I was in Huntsville, Alabama one summer uh, for work. They had lost one of the people in that facility. I got relocated there for the summer, and they had a giant space center in Huntsville. And I went and visited that, and that was a blast. I had fun there. So I can only imagine Johnson Space Center would be even better. The Alamo might be fun too. Uh, Although so many people have vlogged the Alamo. Like I said, I just never was really interested in any of the more recent Star Trek things. Trying to bring back all the old crew of the next generation for the Star Trek Picard just seemed, they're grasping at straws now, trying to relive the magic. I would have loved to see a shuttle launch. Never got a chance to see one. Your cat is crying. Maybe he does. Maybe he wants a treat. That make him stop? If I go to the Alamo, I definitely want to see the basement. And that's a big part of what it is, and John, the shows oftentimes just aren't doing well, and and they don't think to come up with a better idea. Go watch Pee Wee's Big Adventure, Rhonda. You'll understand. No, there's not an Alamo in Waco, but there is in Texas. Might be time to watch Pee Wee's Big Adventure again now that Paul's passed. Got to see if his bike's down there. Did I vlog the Dallas Ranch in Dallas? No, Jordan did. I never was enough of a fan of that show where that would have been something interesting to me. Have a good weekend, Tracy. Thanks for stopping in. Still got cat hair all over me. You did see JR's bedroom, huh? Yeah, the only thing I've ever done that was anything related uh, to the TV show Dallas was when I showed the scene where OCP headquarters was in RoboCop. The top floor was where they did the boardroom scene in RoboCop, and that turned out to be that was also the Dallas the Ewing Oil building. No, I didn't. I've never been to Graceland. Alico, Alamo, Alico, same thing, right? Yeah, see, that's something that Jordan and I disagree on. I'm not an Elvis fan. Jordan's a huge Elvis fan. I'm more into the Beatles than into Elvis. That's just me. Your oldest two kids are named after Elvis. Okay, still alive, working as a grocery store clerk. Yeah, yeah. Jordan's got a knack for that. He is starting to morph into an Elvis look. You're gonna change the name of my channel because it's your channel. Okay, well, you got to do what you got to do, I guess. I mean, if I got a opportunity to go there, I might do it. But you know, it's not something I go out of my way to do. It's like, oh, let's go to Tennessee so we can see Graceland. Went to Loretta Lynn's place too, huh? No, it isn't high on my list. Yeah, I saw the TCB on the chain. I think you're right. I think you get the belt too. Which one are you going to, Eric? You going to the one in California, or the one in Florida? Wish you'd gone during COVID when the crowds were next to nothing. Yeah, I hear you. Might be interested in going to Dollywood for more for the fact that it's sort of an amusement park than anything else. Going to California, okay, I've been there a bunch of times. Haven't done anything with the train yet. As we get closer to Christmas, usually what I do is Christmas starts going up after Thanksgiving, so we'll probably have the train um, going at that point. Keep seeing the neighbors going back and forth here. I guess they're doing their yard. Yeah, I've been to Vegas a few times. it isn't really for me. I'm not somebody that does gambling that much. I'm definitely not one of those people that would get out there and drive himself into bankruptcy by gambling. Last time I was there was when I was there with Jordan for Jaw's birthday when we went to see Rick Harrison at the pawn shops at the Pawn Star shop, and you know I think I gambled about $40, and when that was gone, that was it. I was over it. I mean, there's a lot of fun things to see in Vegas, and they're trying to be, I think, a little bit more family friendly, but it never really was anything that said, "Hey, let's go to Vegas. That might be fun." I've done Palms to Pines. Yeah, that was a lot of fun riding that tram up. You get up there and it's like 20, 25 degrees cooler up there. Desert down below and snowing in the top. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Can you ride up there? I don't know. I always did it. I rode the tram up the cable car or whatever it is they call that. Yeah, I've been to the Grand Canyon a few times. I don't know what the thing is with Taylor Swift now. Every day I something in the news about her. It's like why? I don't care. No thoughts whatsoever. I don't know anything she's ever done. She's the equivalent of Kim Kardashian for me. I mean, I guess she's a singer, but whatever. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I guess I've heard his name. I don't know who he is either. Yeah, I guess that's what I heard. He's a football player. See, something else I'm not interested in. I don't watch football either. Don't get me wrong. I like going. I'll go to a football game if somebody has tickets or something like that. And I'll have a good time. But it's I'm never going to watch it on TV. Not even the Super Bowl. I don't care. Kim was honored at Harvard Business School. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Harvard has lost a lot in my book after they're allowing their students to support Hamas. Now, if I go to a football game, I'll cheer for the home team or whatever, but I don't have a stake in any of it. Jordan for a while, Jordan was into the Clippers, and he got season tickets for a couple of years, and I went with him to a couple of games. I had a blast doing it. It's just it was never something where I felt that I wanted to do it. Like I got at one point, I got a picture with me and a bunch of the team. Let's see if I can find it here. There's sort of an unofficial mascot of the Clippers named Clipper Darrell. I got to meet him once. That's not the picture I was looking for here. Let's see if I can find the one I'm looking for. There it is. That's me and a couple of members, a couple players of the Clippers. I don't know how well you can see that. That guy there is Blake Griffin. That was, I think, the reason Jordan was really into him because he really liked Blake Griffin. I think he lost interest in the Clippers when they traded him. No, not really into any sports, really. You have a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, Barbie? Of course you do. Yeah, I used to play in the band in high school and college, and so we went to all the football games and all that, and it was fun. I always cheered for our team, but whatever. Which one is me? I'm the white guy. That's me in the front. Yeah, see, the picture's kind of washed out. I don't know if you can. Yeah, I don't know. The picture's probably just a little oversaturated. That's probably part of the problem. But yeah, me in the front. Yeah, Jordan's grandfather, I think, is really into the Reds, and I think that's why Jordan's into the Reds too. I think that was something that they kind of bonded on. I started out playing the clarinet, and I played saxophone. And yeah, I was in the marching band. I gave my clarinet to my niece probably 10 or 15 years ago. I still have the saxophone. I got a really cool antique clarinet that I bought a long, long time ago. Turns out when I was in the band in college, we were in the orchestra in college. Um, I was playing saxophone by that at that point. Well, one of the guys who was also in the band was an elderly gentleman who ran a music store, and he had at the time an 80-year-old metal clarinet that he sold me for like $40. He completely fixed it up, new pads, everything worked perfectly. I still have that thing. That's got to be over 100 years old now. Yeah, I never played very well either. That was one of those things. My parents wanted us to do extracurricular activities, and my dad especially was really into music, so they kind of pushed me into music, and it wasn't really anything I was into. It was piano lessons at first, and even before that, it was singing, and then I was in a singing group called the All American Boys Choir. I guess it was one of the best boys choirs in the world for a while. And then when I got out of that, then it was into piano lessons, and I really was never into that. And then when that ended, it was clarinet. My parents just wanted me to be in music, and it was never I was never really into it. So by the time I got into college, it's like I'm over this. The coach is saying you're the reason the team wins. That's cool. I know how to read music, and it's just it was never my thing. Yeah, exactly, Eric. You're their good luck charm. I never liked it, so I mean, there was never much interest in doing it. Yeah, we used to wear those big domed helmets in marching band too. To catch up on Survivor. Okay. All right. Good seeing you, Rhonda. Thanks for being here. See you next time. Hope you don't have to work next week. Bye, Charlotte and Logan. Glad you were here. Oh, I see Nibble peering around the corner here. See if we can coax her out a little bit with a kitty treat. You just don't get to see her very often. Of course, when Bite hears the kitty treats fly, then he's got to come out and get some. I think Nibble got that one too. And there she goes. Nibble has left the building. And now she's back. So what you got to do is you got to get them past Bite so that Nibble gets a few. What I do is throw a few of them short so the Bite goes after those. and I can arc it over him and get him to her. Otherwise, Bite will steal them all. Or Nibble, yeah, Bite will steal them all because he's just such a gentleman. Just didn't have enough mass to go anywhere. Okay, well, there we go. We've seen all the Bites that we're going to see. Or Nibble. Not very often we get her to come out, so we got to put her on camera when we can see her. Now there she is again, turning around the corner. She's going to have to come out for that one. Yeah. You get to see her every once in a while. Got to prove I didn't kill her. Managed to keep her occupied for a minute or two. She's just a shy little kitty. Looking for more. There's like 3 or 4 more there. She can just find them. There's one. All right, well, you've seen enough of my cat's butts. Yeah, that's about as social as she gets too, Gene. She'd never let me get anywhere near her. Occasionally I can coax her into letting me pet her, but you can kind of tell from the look in her face is like, why are you touching me? You know I don't like that. You're touching me anyway. She's a sweet little kitty. She just doesn't like people. But Bite likes her. Oh yeah, you like my dead babies? Bite isn't bothered by them. They're gonna stay there, I think, until Halloween. And then we'll put them next to the couple of the tombstones when I get them out in the yard. Maybe put a strobe light on them. Yeah, they're good kitties. I like them both. I love them both. And Bite's the affectionate one. It's funny because he's the one that bit me when I first found him. But he warmed up a little. They get a bowl full of food once a day. Yeah, Halloween is usually set up day of and then comes down the day after. That's why I took the day after Halloween off this week or this year from work, and so I can get it all taken down, put away, put back in the storage locker. It's nice having that out of there now. I get so much more room in the garage. Yeah, because everybody carries a receipt for the phone they bought along with them everywhere they go. I would just open it up and show them that if it's their phone, how did you install all the apps on it, and be able to call out and have all your history in there. I have thought maybe about putting some of the Halloween decorations up earlier, some of the big things, but the weather I don't know is going to cooperate that much this year. May turn out Halloween gets canceled this year because of the rain. Yep, won't be long until Halloween. Halloween or until Christmas. Christmas goes up usually the weekend of Thanksgiving. Get Thanksgiving out of the way, and usually Sunday or something like that, I'll put my Christmas decorations up. There's a cool holiday store that just opened up. I don't think it's going to be there for long, but I'm going to go maybe try and find some large scale Christmas ornaments for my tree. I found something that I've had for the last year or two that I really like at Home Depot. It's actually on their website, and it was really cool. And it's these little starry sprite things that are really pretty. Have LEDs and they twinkle and they're different colors. And of course, there was that thing I made last year out of all the clear Dixie cups and the Christmas lights, and I got that, and that's going to go up, and that was really cool. I want Christmas to start being something I add to every year. I used to do that with Christmas and Halloween back home too in California. And ever since I got here, I haven't really done a whole lot of that. You have Christmas decorating down to a silent science. Yeah. Last year was the first year in a long time that I've done anything in the house for Christmas. Remember, I had the tree and the train last year. The train will be more this year because we got more stuff. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Amazon thing. That's kind of weird. But there's still a few things. I added some Halloween stuff. So there's like graveyard and zombies and like a horse-drawn hearse and stuff like that that you can do. But there's also a few buildings left. Let's see if I can figure out what I got here. I don't know if I can even do it from here. I don't think I'm logged in on this. Yeah, I'm not going to waste time. We're almost done anyway here. There's actually a really pretty Christmas tree It's not, well, it's not a Christmas tree, but it's a Home Depot that I've been thinking about getting for the yard. It looks like like a real tree. Well, like a tree that's lost all its leaves, but it's all white, has beautiful lights on it. And I think it would look awesome in the front yard. I loved Meow Wolf. That was awesome. If you ever get a chance to check out one of those, it's definitely worth a look. I've never even heard of the thing until Jordan and I visited the one in Santa Fe, New Mexico, on my way to. So when I started hearing that they're going to put one in Dallas, I said, you know what, I got to check that out because the first one was great. In fact, when I went there, when they kind of greeted me at the entrance to the exhibit, they asked if I'd ever seen one. I said, yeah, I went to the one in Santa Fe, and they said, oh, okay, well you know what you're getting into. I had a tree in the house last year, and the cats seemed to stay away from it. I wasn't sure how they deal with it. They just kind of ignored it. Any vlog today? I think I might do a cooking vlog or maybe a restaurant vlog. I don't know. We'll see. There's a Mexican place I've been thinking about trying. Well, I think I've put in my 2 hours for this week, so I'm going to pull the plug on this one. Go figure out what I'm going to do for a vlog today. Got to do that. So thanks everyone stopping in. This was fun today as usual, and I'll see you again next week. Good night.